know why Google jumped ahead. All right. Well, welcome everyone to the kickoff call for our 2023 hackathon. On today's call, I'm James Bork. I'm one of the co-founders at Intu. We also have Max and Steven, my fellow co-founders at Intu, as well as Wafay from Nefture. We're very excited to go ahead and kick this off, and just wanted to go ahead and record this as an introduction to the hackathon, what you can expect, what the schedule more or less looks like, and what our kind of expectations are, what we're hoping to see at the end of all of this. So thank you very much for your time, and we are looking forward to getting started. So first and foremost, kind of jumping into it, obviously today we have this kickoff call. This is going to be a very high level overview. Throughout the course of the week, we will be hosting workshops at this time, Central European time, so 6 p.m., starting with a Hello World tomorrow. So if you've never heard of Intu, you're unfamiliar with how the SDK works, this is your opportunity to really get a better understanding of how simple it is to go ahead and get started. We also will continue to announce more workshops as we go through, yeah, get you guys the information that you need in order to go ahead and build on Intu and Nefture. I think just at a very high level, just kind of want to say that we're very excited about providing infrastructure to developers. We know that there's a lot of things that you guys are trying to build, and you're not always clear on what is the best way to go ahead and achieve that, how to do it safely, how to do it simply, how to build forever features safely, right? The FFS. And so that's why we're proud and happy to be working with Nefture on this. We think that safety is incredibly important. Yeah, just empowering developers is kind of the second part of it. Important to note that this hackathon wraps up in person in Paris on the first day of ETHCC. We are happy to be hosting it just by Bastille at a location called Café de la Presse. So if you're in town, please come by. We will be opening up at noon. You can finish hacking there. You can talk with the judges. We'll be having a few different workshops. There will be food, there will be beverages, and it'll wrap up with a nice little happy hour. Some general information. We have a Discord up and running. Please join. The link is here. You can also find it on our GitHub. We have a team finder channel to help you build out your team. As well as we can go ahead and create a new channel once you form that team. The bounties are being managed by OpenQ. And so you can go ahead and find more information there. These bounties are funded. We are fully transparent. You can know that the money is there and it's ready to be paid out. And then submissions will be expected on Monday, July 17th. And we will be hosting all of our workshops on Zoom. I will go ahead and introduce the Intu bounties, and then Nefture, Wafay, if you want to go ahead and, sorry, realizing now I should have probably given you a chance to introduce yourself as well.
Yeah, don't worry, continue.
I was expecting you guys to have a slide by now. But anyway, so Intu, we're offering 3 different bounties, 3,000 in total. We have greater descriptions on this on the GitHub repo, so you can go ahead and learn more there. But effectively, we've broken it down into 3 different categories: infrastructure, innovation, and interfaces. The infrastructure prizes are mostly focused on building tooling for other infrastructure providers, things like proof-of-stake validator networks. Innovation is really making use of this dynamic private key shares that Intu is introducing. And then interfaces is for anyone that is creating accounts for end users. Wafay?
Yeah, and Nefture bounties are, so we don't have only one bounty, it will be 2 bounty linked to 2 challenges. So the first one is the analysis prizes, which is linked to trying to create an innovative project. So building a new product, service, or tool able to automatically analyze smart contracts and detect vulnerabilities. So that's the first challenge. And the second challenge is the optimize challenge, which is trying to create and find innovative ways to optimize gas fees for transactions on the blockchain. So it can be either like tooling, it can be like vulgarizing transactions or vulgarizing how gas fees are are used for each transaction. So it's like really vast, and we want for people to really find creative ways to to do this challenge. So yep, 2 challenges, 2 bounties of 500 USDC each.
Good. Max or Steven, I know I've been talking a lot. Any of you guys want to introduce Intu? I can go ahead and take it.
I've got a little screaming child that knocks on the door occasionally, so it might not be a good time for me. Sorry.
Okay. So really high level Intu, we'll be happy to talk to you guys more about it tomorrow and throughout the course of the week. But it's a software development kit and a smart contract system that allows you to create accounts for your end users, right? This is a standard EOA 0x ABC 123, just like your MetaMask, just like your Ledger. But instead of having a static private key that end users are expected to manage for the rest of their lives, we have now introduced dynamic private key shares. So using these dynamic private key shares, you can now have flexible ownership, you can do custom account recovery solutions, you can do proactive security, you can transfer accounts between 2 different users. Really, it's the next generation infrastructure that we believe most developers are looking for in order to really deliver the user experience that your normal Web 2.5, Web 2, and even Web 3 users are looking for. So much more information here. We're happy to talk about it. If you have any questions, please let us know. And Nefture.
Yeah, and to introduce Nefture quickly, so Nefture is an extra security layer to Web3. So we try to prevent hacks, scams, and theft for 3 users. Our huge mission is to remove like on-chain insecurity and protect DeFi users, DeFi investors. So that's our mission. What we do is like real-time scam detection. We do smart contract analysis. We do wallet scoring. We do cross-chain attack prevention. We also we have a platform live for B2C users, so for Web3 users, where they can go and check their wallet health, check if their wallet has vulnerability on it. So we're really going overall on the user security, and that's and we're glad to be part of this amazing hackathon with you guys Intu.
Thank you, Afe. On that, I think that's about it for our little presentation. No need for questions and answers. If you have any, please find us on our Discord. The last thing I do want to share is just the GitHub page real quick. So this will be your source of information for everything on this hackathon, including links. We will have this pinned on the Discord welcome channel. You can find all this information here. This will also include links to the recording of this presentation so that you guys can go ahead and follow it up later. So we'll replace this Zoom link with a copy of the recording. Here you can find the link to the Discord server, the submission requirements, the different challenges, the link to OpenQ, so you can see them directly, the actual smart contract that's deployed on Polygon that's managing the bounties, as well as a brief introduction to Intu and our challenges, as well as a brief introduction to Nefture and their challenges. So we will be using this GitHub repo for submissions. All of the instructions and kind of the day-to-day working bits are here under submission requirements. If you have any questions, please let us know before Monday. Just kind of take a look in advance and get a better understanding. For submission requirements, we are looking for a 3 to 5 minute video. This should be quick. We're not looking for a whole pitch on the business, but we want to understand the problem that you've created. We want to see the code that you've written, if possible, to do a demo or a walkthrough, present that solution. And then I think very importantly for most hackathons that don't do this, understand what your hopes are for the next steps for that project. Is this something that you want to move forward with? Is this something that you think that you want to continue? And if so, how can Intu and Nefture support you in that? It should also have a brief written abstract, an introduction to your team, what your background is, what your hopes and dreams are, obviously a link to your GitHub repo that'll be required by OpenQ. And we also want to highlight that you are eligible to submit for multiple prizes, but we will only be selecting one for each prize. Any other administrative stuff, Max, Wafe, or Stephen, before we wrap this up?
Very good. I'm good.
We covered everything, and looking forward to seeing everybody on the 17th.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everyone,
Have a
for your
great
time.
one.
All right.
Thank you.
Talk to you guys soon.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Nice.